Hello, everybody. This is your captain speaking. Rafael Chacín no es el Capitán Rafucho, and welcome to the venture. And I just wanted to tell you, I apologize because I know the game between Cardenales de Lara versus Tiburones de la Guerra is getting longer, but I really thought it's gonna be like a 3 hour show between Cardinals versus Sharks. I mean, that was a play-by-play, but after the home runs, after the change of pitching, I know this is gonna be like a long, but fortunately, I just made it at time between for the Silver and Black experience, Raiders versus Chiefs review. And I know this is gonna be like a different show because right now this week is gonna be like a bye week, and the other week we just had against the Minnesota Vikings. So we have 5 games left. 5 games left. I mean, we cannot screw it up. We cannot screw it up for this one. So yeah, I just wanted to put in for the banner right now. So let's see if we got over here. I guess yeah. I know that I know it's very difficult to read about it itself, but yes. I mean it gotta happen like this one. All right, so I just wanted to tell you about for the first topic for for the Sable and Black experience. I know this is gonna be like really shocked at all. Really shocking at all. So right now, I just wanted to share the screen right now. All right. All right. So let me just put it right there. All right. All right. So there you go right now. All right. So here it is, one of those tweets. Raiders owner Mark Davis will love to bring back John Gruden as the team head coach via Sports Illustrated. And check out for these words right now. If John were willing to drop his lawsuit, they believe the NFL would give a pass nod to go back and rehire him. And look at this one. There's a lot of people who feel like Mark Davis, the person he trusts the most is John Gruden, and will love to bring him back. I mean, I don't know what's happening at the war right now, but can you guys believe that? I mean, John Gruden bring him back to the NFL after the backlash of the email comments, after all this given through. Now those fans are bringing back. I mean, it doesn't make sense at all because there are some persons who want John Gruden back, other persons they want Jim Harbaugh as a head coach, and some persons they want to bring another coach. But I know this is gonna be like really tough for us. And we had a special guest on backstage right now. You might notice as one of the greatest persons at the Raiders Warder with Afakasi, Joe, and of course this guy, because whatever he thinks, whatever he speaks, he's unfiltered, uncensored, and he's my great brother. So let's give it a round of applause for my brother. There you go. Anti-Seed Soldier. How's it going?
How you doing, Alfredo? Thanks for having me on. How you doing today?
I'm doing good at all. I'm doing good at all because after that, I was doing a Venezuela baseball game play by play, and I was gonna do like a longer, but then it became like the plays, the home runs, and I know that I have Spanish play by play, but well, anything goes. So the first topic we're just talking about the possible return of John Gruden as the NFL coach. I know there's some persons they just want Jim Harbaugh, some persons they want to bring back John Gruden, and some persons they want to bring to hire it up with Antonio Pierce as a head coach. So give your thoughts on the possible return of John Gruden and what could it be like more important for the future of the Raiders.
Yeah, me personally, I don't want John Gruden back. I don't think it's gonna happen. I just think it's a bunch of rumors. First of all, if it was John Gruden was ever to come back, he would have to drop his lawsuit against the NFL, which I don't think he will do, especially after everything the NFL has done to ruin his name. So more than likely, as much as I like AP. I don't think him having him back as head coach is the best move for us. And I would like us
Yeah,
to bring in Harbaugh, but we'll see what happens. Should be a real interesting offseason.
Yeah, exactly. And I know for that moment right now, I mean, I have a lot of faith to put on Antonio Pierce because, like I said it before, I want Antonio Pierce one more season for the Raiders because he knows about everything about the football. Because after the whole disaster of Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler, and I'm very glad that both are kicked out, I just had a hope with Antonio Pierce because he understands about for the football. He grows up with Oakland, California, and he brought that back for the culture of the Raiders back in Oakland, California. I mean, that's something that I was undescriptible. But I don't know. I'm not very sure if they're gonna hire again John Gruden because we can never forget what he did of the draft 2020 about those drafts. I mean, that was really horrible. And I know there's some persons that just like to have Jim Harbaugh, but I don't think it's gonna be like at a level because some people think that they're gonna bring a big up name for the coach. But I say this: Antonio Pierce deserves one more season for the Raiders because he understands. And I know they just lost for the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs, but give that man a lot of time to prepare what's getting for the Raiders' future.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
Mhm. But I understand that, well, not only about these important things right now, but that's very interesting because if they drop the lawsuit, the NFL would have second about it. But I know there's gonna come back and coach for the Raiders, but it should be like connected to the Stadium Kim. But I will say this because that will be like an absolute disaster. Because remember the time when it comes to Jack Del Rio or Rich Biscaccia, and there's if John Gruden's could be back, there's a spoiler alert. They could be back Derek Carr. But I understand that Derek Carr, as long as with the 9 year season with the Raiders and there's no playoff wins, we have to stay focused about the future of Aiden O'Connor. And of course, we have to stay balanced with what's happening to the defense and the offense. Could be a lot of things better.
No, you're completely right on that one, Captain.
Yeah, then I know about it. So I just wanted to clarify it about for if had to go big, have the if they had to move on for the coach right now. So who you think that Antonio Pierce should have the go for the coach right now? Do you think that Antonio Pierce could stay one more season for the Raiders?
I mean, he could possibly, if we're able to get another 2, 3 wins. You know what I mean? There is 5 games left in the season. If he was to have a winning record as a head coach before the season ends, I don't see why he shouldn't get another opportunity. I mean, there's a lot of football left. You know what I mean? And the thing is, too, people need to understand is Josh McDaniels was still the head coach of the team. I think we would have lost every game we would have been in, and the team would have quit on him a long time ago. This team hasn't quit on Antonio Pierce yet. They're still fighting every game for him, and that's a impressive thing.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, moving on for the topic of John Gruden, right now, the game between Las Vegas Raiders versus Kansas City Chiefs. I know this could be like a lot of things could happen, but over the first quarter and the second quarter, we just get dominated by the defense. But
Mhm.
at the third and fourth quarter, the defense couldn't stop the Chiefs. I know it's very tough about it, but give me your thoughts for the Raiders defense could have handled about for the Chiefs about for the game last Sunday.
Yeah, I think the first half the Raiders came out with a good game plan. I just think the Chiefs made better adjustments at the half, and I think that's something that we need to work on as a coaching staff. You know what I mean? Just making coming out with a different game plan or making adjustments on the fly, because you gave props to the Chiefs, man. You know what I mean? The first half we shut them out, and then the second half they just laid a fuse under their butt and they came out with a good game plan, and that's something that we need to prepare for when we play them again.
Yeah, I agree to that. I agree about it. And I just wanted to tell you that all through this game right now, I mean, the defense and the offense couldn't handle anything better because after they just do against for the New York Giants and the New York Jets, it could play like a great statement. But we're just
Yeah.
talking about against the Miami Dolphins and of course, I know that the defense and the offense can handle it, but I just see that I didn't expect it about it. But during that game against the Kansas City Chiefs, I mean, even this sort of fierce speed will get chased down. But I mean, Nate Hobbs is being like an aggressor in the pursuit of the ball carrier, and he's not afraid to stick the helmet into the opponent. I mean, they just got the best tackler on the defensive side. of that ball. And I know they're great enough, they're not together, but this is going to be a game with interesting picks. And some of those games, they just were for Maxx Crosby. And I'm worried about for the situation of Maxx Crosby for the knee injury and all this stuff. I mean, he dug deep with the team. He was able to play against the Kansas City Chiefs aside from the battle and input play. But they should be looked to the move on the side to the coaching and place him to enjoy report to prevent further injury. Because right now we are at the off week. And aside from anything, I mean, we just kind of give it a man for a rest right now. And I know it's gonna be like really happy because we had the bye week, and of course for the next week we got Minnesota Vikings. So it should be like a great time to Matt Scrubby to say, let's get the kids rest, and of course let's get prepared for the next one.
Yeah, I completely agree, but it's gonna be real interesting. You know what I mean? It's a little. It sucks that we couldn't come out with the win in Kansas City, but I am the happy that we fought to the every last second of the game. You know what I mean? Hopefully, we can learn from this game, so hopefully we can get the W when we play them again.
Yeah, exactly. And I just realized that if Matt Crosby was really injured, I mean, there could be happen a lot of things to do. But I gotta tell you something. So what should be improved about for the defense and the offense after they just lost against for the Kansas City Chiefs? What changes have been improved about for the offense and the defense, according for you?
I mean, for me, more than anything, I just think we need to be more creative on offense. I understand, you know what I mean, that we have to get Jacobs going, but if the run doesn't work on first or second down, doesn't mean to run it three more times. You know what I mean? And on defense, I think we need to make better adjustments at halftime. You know what I mean? Just come up with a better game plan or a different way to attack the offense because that's what we've been struggling. You know what I mean? But the thing is, too, people need to realize this is a first-time head coach, a first-time play caller, or a first-time rookie quarterback out there. You know what I mean? So it's going to take a little bit of time. I know, I understand everybody that wants us to start like the ground running, expected us to be a high scoring offense, but it is going to take some time with this rookie quarterback. Hopefully, within the next game or two, we'll start seeing him perform better and put some more points up on the board.
Yeah, exactly. And I agree with that. And of course, there is another topic that we're speaking about it. And of course, there is a news update because I just saw for the news of releasing Marcus Peters. I mean, it was one that I was talking about for acquiring Marcus Peters during the off season, but I think that Marcus Peters has to go to steel bra for the belly and more for the locker room. But I guarantee you, there's one of those rules never wear the number 24. I mean, Marcus Peters wearing the number 24, I mean, doesn't make any sense because I know this is going to be like a part for the team. Some adjustments had to go for it, and there's some performance that we cannot see anything. But I mean, the number 24 is very legendary because they're wearing some of the incredible players. Like, for example, Charles Woodson, who wear the number 24. It has been awesome. But I think that Marcus Peters being released, I mean, this kind of happened like on this one because he doesn't have a lot of experience because I know that he doesn't feel anything good about for the tackling. And of course, so give it a thoughts about for the Marcus Peters being released and why the number 24 has been legendary to some players like Charles Woodson.
I mean, more than anything, too, I think after the he got benched, he got into it with AP on the sideline. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people don't know that. You know what I mean? Marcus Peters got into it with the head coach on the sideline after he got benched, and after that, he kind of threw a little fit. And after the game, he just took his stuff and just got up out of the locker room. You know what I mean? After that, you know what I mean? You can pretty much sell his fate was sealed. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I mean? To wear that 24 for the Raiders is real special. You know what I mean? Hall of Famers and great players like Willie Brown, Charles Woodson, like you said, have worn that number. You know what I mean? Even before, after them, it's been Marshawn Lynch, even Jonathan Abram when he wore that 24. He wore it with more pride and respect than Marcus Peters has. Because he's Jonathan Abram, when he was out there, he left everything on the field, even though he knocked some teammates out or even himself out the game. You know, he was going to give you 110% on every down. Unlike Marcus Peters that scared to tackle and just something embarrassing. I'm just glad. I'm just this signing should have never happened from day one, and I'm just glad we got rid of him when we did.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I agree. And of course, I just realized that the number 24 and the Raiders, it became like legendary because if you see a lot of players like Charles Woodson, Lynch, they shouldn't be touched because there's one of those rules. Never touch the number 24. I know that Marcus Peters had to touch the number 24 on his jersey, but how times he can improve about this style for the cornerback. I mean, there's nothing to do about it. So we're just gonna move on. So we say Marcus Peters, so bye bye there, and then let's just move on. And right
Yeah.
now, I just wanted to tell you for the one of these questions about because right now we're in the off week, a bye week, and then for the next week we had the Minnesota Vikings. So right now it is time for the bye week. So which improvements to do about the defense and the offense? Should Aiden O'Connor be like very improved about this and should be like the wide receiver room is gonna be like a great impact during the off week and of course before for the game against Minnesota Vikings should be like to bring a lot of improvements about for the defense and the offense because over the time under the new coach of Marcus of Antonio Pierce, Bo Hadgre, and of course Champ Kelly. I mean, there's a lot of improvements. But we just lost against for the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. On the new era, Antonio Pierce, we had 2 wins and 2 losses. So after the bye week, we had 5 games left, and we cannot screw it up for the defense and offense. So we should about for the to improve about the defense and the offense before the game against for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, I think most importantly for anything is just getting this team healthy. You know what I mean? On offense, you know what I mean? Just letting Josh Jacobs rest. You know what I mean? Especially Aiden O'Connor, he needs to take this bye week and to start the playbook. You know what I mean? More and to throw extra balls at Devontae Adams and Myers and everybody on this offense to get back in rhythm. And on defense, just Maxx Crosby getting healthy. You know what I mean? I don't know if you've seen that picture he posted after the game, how swollen his foot or his knee was. You know what I mean? That has me a little bit worried, especially in the off season if he's have to probably get surgery or something on that knee, but hopefully not. But hopefully this team can just get healthy and we can get this win against the Vikings, which is going to be real important.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, I just wanted to say thank you, Auntie Sits, for being here on this episode against of the Raiders versus Chiefs to get to review. And of course, I just wanted to say this. Raider Joe, Afakasi, and Auntie Sits, they got a show together with Raiders War Order because they always talk about for the Raiders. And of course, they provide great takes. So I just wanted to say thank you, Auntie Sits, to giving us your thoughts about for the game against Minnesota Vikings, and of course, for all these insights about for Las Vegas Raiders. Much love and respect for you, brothers. So have a good one, and
Thank
of
you,
course, I will
Russell.
see you there. Mhm.
Have a good one,
Yep.
brother. Thanks for having me on. God bless, God for Have a good one. Raiders.
Raiders. All right. Have a good one, Auntie Sits. So that was Auntie Sits. He gave you thoughts about for the Minnesota Vikings versus Las Vegas Raiders. And I just wanted to say, listen, guys. Sorry about for the background noises. Sorry about for the background noises. But I was like, oh my god, that was really shocking about. That was really shocking about. All right, so let's see for the comments right now. Protect the Shield podcast. How's it going? Salute, Rafa. Also, we got D Menace is in the building. Yep, I got D Menace is in the building. All right, so after Auntie sits, give me the thoughts about for the Raiders. There's the link right here if you wanted to jump in. Because I just sent the link for the group chat. I don't know if I can send the group chat right now. So, and thanks to Afakasi, they gave me the inspiration for bringing up for the wrestling 80 styles because that background music that you just hear it is Stone Cold Steve Austin, and yeah, I know this is gonna be like a great, great choice. All right, so I'm just gonna hold on a minute. All right. All right. So let's see what I got. And of course, because I was doing like Venezuela baseball play by play between Cardinals versus Sharks, and I was doing international right after that. Um, I was doing like I was thinking about flipping off to the 10 p.m., but then it became like something happens. But yeah, it always happens. It's always happened. All right, so I know there is a bye week about it. So let's see what they got over here. If I just see what they got. All right. All right. So hold on a minute. All right. So let's see what they got. Okay. So I'm gonna share the screen right now. Yeah, I'm gonna share the screen. Because right now there is. All right. So first we just lost against the Chiefs. Right now we're moving on the bye week, and there's 5 games left. 5 games left. First they got the Vikings. Then we got the Chargers. Then again, the Chiefs, which is on Christmas Day at 1 p.m. Also, we got against the Colts, the Broncos. Yep. I mean, there's 5 games left, and I'm not very sure it's going to be like a very tough schedule for us. I don't know it's going to be like a really tough, but I see like a lot of faith in Ben because whatever said Antonio Pierce, we had to more aggressive, we had to more intense about for this one. And I think we had the opportunity because it's not over yet. It's not over yet. I think we have still more faith. More faith. Yeah, I think we have still more faith about those games right now. And this is something that I just wanted to tell you about it. And what I was talking about for the for John Gruden, I mean, this cannot be happening because imagine this in a relationship with your ex girlfriend and she wants to come back. I don't know what's gonna happen like this one because what I said after the backlash between the email comments and all these stuff like that, I don't think that John Gruden is gonna back for the Raiders after all the issues they brought for because I know he's been fired off of the email comments and boy, I mean, like I said, imagine being like in a relationship with your ex girlfriend, like the toxic one, and she wants to come back with you. But they say, no, I'm good right now because after all you've been through and all this stuff, I think that I should move on because we can never going backwards. I know that John Gruden has a very instinct over the past years, and during the time because I think that it was 2021 season. Yeah, that was 21 season, 21-22 season. hmm And then, boom, after 3 games, we just had 3-0, and well, they just got fired. And well, Rich Piscaccia came in. They just came into the playoffs to the wild card. We just lost against for the Cincinnati Bengals. Then we just had Josh McDaniel with Dave Ziegler experiment and didn't work out. And didn't work out. And then we just get him out to the playoffs. And then we have Antonio Pierce, Champ Kelly, and Bob Hartwig. I mean, that happens whenever it comes to Harry and out for the coach right now. So I know it's gonna be like a really excited for anything, but I know this can like a lot of things that happen. But I guarantee that it's something that I was not feeling anything. But okay, let's see what I got. All right. So I know that Josh McDaniels this year was a failure. There's no point in crying we could have because who should be drafted. But in the beginning, Dave Ziegler lied. He said they had the final indecisions. And at some point, They just had to make it a cookie and all, but then he lied. He lied that I was like, oh my goodness, what should I have to go? I don't know. I don't know. But at the end of it right now, this experiment didn't work out. And right now we had to say hello to Antonio Pierce, Jim Kelly, and Bob Hot Creek. Mhm. There you go. All right, sorry about that. And I know there are some background noises right there because they're trying to go for the slave right now. But I know that I had 28 minutes of show. I know it's gonna be like a really short. But I know it's very complicated to do like the show when it comes to the bye week. Yeah, when it comes to the bye week, and I know there are some content creators that just get it for the Thursday night football. Mhm. Yeah, it's kind of weird for me, but that's I had to go for it. That I was getting a like emotion about it. So I just wanted to say that I know I kind of a big show right now, but right now I just wanted to say have a good one. And I know there are some live streams right now, so I just wanted to appreciate it about it. So have a good one, and of course, I'm sorry about that, but there is another thing that's gonna happen. So have a good one, folks, and I will see you there next time with Sable and Black Experience talking about for the Raiders. No filter, no bullshit, no drama, just Raiders, baby. So have a good one.